Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey and what you are meant to hear. I hope the gorgeous effects of the Sagittarius full moon is still all twinkling and helping you feel expansive and really motivated for like new information and philosophy and science and all the great stuff out there that we have a curiosity for. So today, I'm in love with these. I don't know what's going on in terms of not knowing how certain decks exist, and then all of a sudden they just show up on my feed right when I need them for new insights. And man, is this a beautiful deck. The book is fabulous. It is called The Self-Love Oracle by Jeanette Chewy, and it is bonkers beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh. So the weather on Tuesday, and I'm hoping today as well, is just off the charts. It is crisp and breezy and like 80 degrees. It is beautiful forest walking, beach combing weather. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I just want to thank all you guys for your beautiful comments and tuning in to feel good and hearing what you should hear to put you on a higher vibration. I'm really excited about these cards. So let's start with create. Everyone has the ability to create a life of joy. It is our birthright to manifest our desires, our hopes, and our dreams. 100%. And today when I was sitting out in the yard, I noticed for the first time, because I instinctively said, pay attention to everything that's around you and slow down and empty your mind and just observe. And I was observing things about my neighbor's yard and their weather vane that I hadn't noticed, and I've lived here 20 years. I was like, girl, are you really not just being silent and observing? And something came to me that by having these moments in my backyard, on meditating and relaxing into energy, that I've carved out my vocation and my life that is now one that I love and is peaceful, and I can do what I want when I want, professionally and personally, by manifesting this inner power that was always there. Joy, and just saturating my day with interesting, fun artwork and great people. It is amazing. So in the book, I love what it was talking about. It talked about how each of us was put onto this earth to leave or create some kind of impact on it and the people around us in the present moment and in the future. So this impact is more powerful when we consciously choose what we create, right? And how we influence others. How do you wish to show up in the world? I know before my reads, I want to be unhurried, really mellow, and a happy high vibration, because it translates, right? Little things like that. So before you go out and you get your coffee or you show up at work, just mellow in your jello, just like walk barefoot in your yard and ask yourself, what headspace am I in? What am I kind of transmuting and translating out there into the world? And is it good? Like, how do you wish to remember? This conscious choosing gives us increasing control over our own lives and the legacies we leave behind. I remember my mom just being her most beautiful and happiest when she was in her pumpkin patches in her gardens. And I remember sitting on her deck watching her one day saying, you know what, I am going to have to capture these moments and have this reverence for nature and the beauty and the magic that's all around, because she's just laughing and she's sunburnt the color of these pumpkins and she doesn't give a crap because she's loving life. That kind of energy. So most of us underestimate what we are capable of doing, but even small gestures like smiling at strangers, giving a heartfelt compliment, gifting a handmade token, cooking for someone, or just tidying up our spaces can have a bigger effect. So beyond our knowing and understanding, small gestures are the building blocks that create more loving and beautiful world. If our abilities and our talents extend into a larger audience, perhaps through being a chef, an event planner, a dancer, a musician, an artist, or even more important, to do and enjoy these joyful things, they are gifts that become bigger when shared, and inspiring the joy of creation in others too, because they see it being done beautifully and eloquently and the possibilities in it, so they too can do that. So just ask yourself, when is the last time I engaged my imagination with joyous pursuits? Start working on creative projects today, whether big or small, just tidying a little space, looking at a room and going, what could be a little different and more enhanced about this room? The scope of your plan doesn't really matter. It only matters that you do it. So how much do we love that? I just love these cards and the messages that they evoke. They're so beautiful. Now, evolve. This is it. Every day I make a little pact with myself. Please learn something, Mel. Please observe something about your behaviors that can be rectified, or evolution of self, a more open heart, a more open mind. And I was able to do this for myself yesterday when I was just waiting in line for some breakfast. and they had run out of everything, and then they weren't doing this and they weren't doing that. And I took a breath and I said, first of all, you have money to buy this food. Secondly, you had a vehicle to get here to get this. Thirdly, you have a family that you're providing this for. So aren't you like, this is gratitude? And in that moment, I felt myself evolve back into, higher consciousness of be aware of your energy that you're putting out there. So you are allowed to grow, to change your mind. Attitudes and beliefs become stronger and lighter and happier, and your growth is cause for celebration. So life is going to toss us new experiences. This is a certainty, but these experiences are meant to help us grow, to expand, to evolve, and to live wholly and completely. So some experiences may dissolve our previous illusions and false beliefs, while others may bolster our fears. No matter what, rest assured that the universe has your back. Nothing is thrown your way that you can't handle. I'll give you a little thing about just bolstering our fears. Every once in a while, I get this twinge when I'm driving on the highway, and the Mad Hatter from hell was weaving in and out at such high speeds on the highway today. And then I thought, you know what? You are in control of your vehicle, and if you ever feel fearful of somebody being maniacal, just pull over. That's the thing, and then I felt stronger for that, going, you know what? Fears only are as big as we allow them to be too, because real wisdom lies in realizing when we need to let go of beliefs that don't serve us, especially if they prevent us from acting from our hearts and living to our fullest potential. So this card definitely can show up because we're unsure about an evolving part of ourselves. We can feel as if we require permission to release this outgrown belief because maybe friends and family still have it, but allow your own wisdom to reassure you do not need anyone's permission but your own. So if you have noticed something, you're not part of the board collective, you can advance and pass go and collect your $200. Here you go. Because fear comes when we speculate about the support we may lose because of our changing beliefs, right? Friendships based on superficial values may need to be lost. However, those who truly love you will see and celebrate all the positive changes that make you happier, lighter, and freer. True friends celebrate your joys and your triumphs that are within you. And it's, we're never meant to live our lives without experiencing change and personal growth. And fortunately, the new you will attract the support and the love that you need to become ever evolving and blooming with other little bloomers, other happy bloomers. And I have had lots of personal conversations with people about this. We start to evolve and other behaviors really stand out to us and we're like, oh yeah, no, thank you, and we just go on our merry way. And then we connect with that healthy void to other kindred spirits that are meant to be there, which I love. So I love this card. It's probably my favorite in the deck. The artwork, the message, beautiful. Now this next one, love it. The heart wants to give and do it all, but everyone has limitations. Accept help when needed. Not everything is being asked of you. And as a natural giver myself, I sometimes have to recognize this. Like, I need rest. Like today was a perfect example. I had to wake up a little bit earlier and bring Hagen a couple towns over to go work with Ian, who left even earlier. But I woke up at 5 a.m. I didn't really go to bed till 1, right on the cusp of these full moons. I have so much energy. It's crazy. So I was up most of the time. And then I realized, all I have to do is drop him off. I can come home, relax, rest, sit outside, meditate, take it easy, do a little bit of work, but don't push myself and have to do everything for everybody, because if I push beyond that when I'm fatigued, it's not good. So this card definitely offers us a chance to pause and ask if we're overextending ourselves. A commitment to serving others is always commendable. However, there are times when we are giving away needs to be dialed back, right? Either because our efforts are not being reciprocated, and we know when we take a real close look at it who that is, or because they are blocking someone else from their own growth and development. I do this with my kids, and then I wake myself up like, whoa, by you going in, making their bed, making their food, ordering them food, doing this, giving them money, you're sometimes making the path so easy that the alternative doesn't seem amenable, like, getting a job or going to work or whatever. Really, honestly, like, are we stunting the growth of somebody by doing too much? Like when kids want to help and do those little chores when they're young, let them, that kind of thing. So instead of waiting for someone else who has their own agenda and soul journey to fulfill our expectations, you are invited to stop chasing an external result and shift your focus back into yourself and what you need at this moment in time, allowing the other to continue their own life path unencumbered. You know, a beautiful observant, and we help when we can, but we're not trying to steer anybody else's boat. So find ways to give yourself what you need, whether it's finding new supportive friends, letting go of unhealthy one-sided relationships, giving yourself a regular time and space to recharge, making bigger changes altogether, like moving on to a new community or job. It is important to accept our limitations in our own wishes. This helps us become wiser in managing our time and our energy. And again, we don't spread ourselves too thin, and we don't blow our bandwidth to smithereens because we're just going. I know today that something dawned on me when I was shopping, and I said, you know what you need to do? I read an article, it made so much sense. I said, you need to get some kettlebells for shoulder and arm strength, and I want you to go shopping for some healthier alternatives. I want, lots of fresh food. I want oats. I want things in your diet at the ready, and you're going to do this. I was like, no time like the present. These full moons really help me get into good gear for, muscle maintenance, all of this, because I know I practice acceptance that I can't go like I used to go in my 20s and 30s, and I don't have, that strength and endurance. So now I'm bringing as much as I can by slowly building it back up, right? So I love these so much. Again, you guys, if you want some amazing self-love oracle cards, these are just the bomb. They're so beautiful. The artwork is dreamy and lovely, and that is what you are meant to hear today. So love and light.